have type 1 diabetes and you've also been diagnosed with iron deficient anemia, there's a couple different strategies you want to pay attention to. And as always, this is not medical advice. I'm not a doctor. Do your own research. So let's operate under the assumption that iron over retention in the tissues, specifically beta cells, leads to type 1 diabetes. Because that iron is in the tissue, it's not going to be in circulation. The whole reason the iron is being retained in the tissue to begin with is that there aren't enough minerals and supporting nutrients to help that iron actually be utilized, and there is an outside source of inflammation that is causing our body to hide the iron away as a defense mechanism to prevent the overproduction or the regeneration of those infectious pathogens. In my opinion, the best, most direct way to better utilize iron from both an energy production standpoint as well as a pathogen resistance standpoint has to do with supplying the raw materials that your body needs to support the iron recycling system. And there is no recipe for the perfect combination of what these things are, but through nutrition and supplementation, it's so important to make sure that your body is receiving them on a daily basis. Things like magnesium, trace minerals like chromium, selenium, manganese, the fat-soluble vitamins A, D, E, and K. B vitamins as well are cofactors in energy production in the liver, in every cell type, but in specifically the liver, which is where iron retention is basically ground zero. And in terms of what to do about your treatment, again, can't advise you. But I do know that a lot of people with autoimmune conditions that also have low iron who get low iron treatments usually end up having their autoimmune conditions get worse, which in my humble opinion is not a coincidence. So I'm not going to say anything in terms of starting or stopping the treatment. Just make sure that you are getting a consistent source of the raw materials that are going to help you better use iron. And I would be willing to bet, iron treatments or not, your iron numbers, your inflammation numbers, all of that is going to improve.